It's your boy, Monsieur YT, aka the Manga Messiah, aka the penny that's better than yours, aka the peak fiction. God, hop back into another video. As you see by the time video, today we're gonna be reviewing Vagabond. It's highly rated. People say this is the best thing they ever read in their life. People say Goodnight Pum Pum was the best thing they ever read in their life. I reviewed it, 4 out of 10. I'm the Manga Messiah. I'm always right. And let me just tell you something. Y'all were right about this one. This motherfucker right here, that bit, hey, this is turn. This is turn. I'm talking about the sword fighting. Niggas is they, you know what I'm saying? They going crazy. The art's amazing. The story's amazing. The psychological drama aspect of it is not cringy at all. Man, I don't even really got to explain this story because it's not finished. It's 327 chapters of unfinishedness. And bro hasn't continued it for 5 years. If anything, if you want to beef with somebody, I think we got to beef with the author. We got to beat this nigga up before he dies. He's going to die before he even gets to finish this. He's still living. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and just break down just the beginning part of the story so you guys can get to know this character. Right off the bat, we're introduced to Takezou and Matahachi. They in the field. They just came out of war. We're not too sure what the fuck's going on in this environment. But all we know, our boy is a killer right off the bat. One guard try to pop up on him. Then nigga like, you know what I'm saying? He gets to working on his ass. Somehow he pass out. I really don't know. I'm not here to break down the whole story. Some woman, they wake up in some woman's house or whatever. They end up being thieves. They end up stealing shit like swords, armor, all type of stuff, reselling it, I guess. Then this big guy attacks. They wipe his ass out. Then all his people come and try to wipe my boy out, Takezou, right? Then he ended up fighting them 1v, I don't even know how many. It was only like 10 enemies at the time, 7 enemies. I'm not sure. All I know is that his friend that's supposed to be like his dog, his road dog, that boy did not have his back. He was clapping some cheeks behind the tree. That nigga was getting it, you feel me? And that's when that's how we first step into this. And then it pretty much, you know, time skips a little bit. Not really even a time skip because, you know, there's a whole story development here. 327 chapters was enough to develop this entire story for you to understand each and every character. There's 3 main characters in this. And later on, our main character Takezou changes his name to Matahachi, which is actually a real person. Boom, just like that. He goes around following the way of the sword. His sword tells him to go cut down everybody. Well, his sword doesn't tell him that, but like in his head, he wants to be the strongest in the world, the strongest under the heavens. So he goes out like challenging this one dojo that pretty much off starts this whole journey, learning about deeper within himself and becoming more calm and entering that flow state. And I just have to say, this story is amazing. There's so many different aspects that can't even be covered in one video. The one part of this story that stuck out the most to me was when they just stood there. Literally, the niggas just stood there staring down at each other. And this was a nigga he ran away from. The first nigga we see him run away from in the manga. And he has to face him off. Here it is. Draw your sword. Let's get this over with. All jokes aside though, here's the manga panels to go with that just so you can see that I'm actually him. Huh? I don't know how many there are. Huh? You know what I'm saying? But go to read Vagabond. It's made it on my top 10. It's number 2. Come on now, that's saying something, man. And it's gonna go right here. I'm gonna put a little nice little poster right here in this spot. Sooner or later, if I could fucking find one. Jesus Christ. Manga Messiah. Satisfied.